Welcome to the Warm Handshake with Adrienne Simpson. I am your host, Adrienne Simpson, and I am super excited to welcome today to our show Teresa Pelham, y'all, my good friend and owner of the Grants Boutique. I'm gonna steal her thunder and just put it out there right up front. Welcome, Teresa, to the show. How are you today?
Well, thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here today.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to be here. I know you are a busy, busy woman, a busy business owner, but listen, I feel like I scored a feather in my cap by getting you on this show because, friend, not only have I watched your business, I know you well, but I know you're busy. So before we kick it off and get into the depths of what you're doing, but just please take a moment to tell folks who you are and what you do.
Hi, hello everyone. Again, I'm so glad to be here. I am Teresa Pelham, founder and CEO of the Grants Boutique. Grants is the key word. That's what I do. I write grants, I edit grants, I do mock grant reviews, I do research, I do training and technical assistance, all about grants. So if you want to know something about grants, I'm your woman.
Listen, you said all kinds of stuff. What are technical assistance notes about grants? What does that mean?
Usually when people get awards,
Mm.
they have to do some grants management. So we provide the technical assistance towards compliance and grant managing. Also, we provide technical assistance. I work with some universities that their departments want to go and apply for various maybe research grants or grants for their department. So we help them and provide technical assistance on helping them find which grants is suitable for their research or for their program.
Friend, that's a whole nother set of deliverables. I didn't even know that you did. I'm like, what is that? I love it. So I will say, for anybody who's watching this episode, y'all lean into it. Get your pen and paper. I'll take some notes because you're going to be introduced to someone who I've known for a while. But when I tell y'all she is all things grants, you just heard her talk about technical assistance for grants. I didn't know there was such a thing, but okay, I see it. But Teresa, really dig into, if you wouldn't mind, just share like the types of grants, I guess, that you find for folks and how
Mhm.
you got started in the grants writing business.
Right, thanks. Well, I got started in the grants writing business by being a federal grant reviewer, in which I still do now. I still review grants for federal agencies. And when I talk about a federal grant reviewer, is that once you apply for grants, it goes to a team of reviewers. We score it, write evaluative comments, and then send it back to the agency, and they'll look at the scores and award the grant. So that's how I got started. I
Ah,
started doing it as a federal grant review.
okay. Let me just follow me right quick.
Okay.
So if I'm a business owner and I'm interested in a grant and I apply for it, you are part of the team that then reviews it and scores it to see whether or not I get it.
Yes, I am.
So it's safe to say, friend, that you know about what people need to put in the grant, right? In their
Exactly.
responses. Oh my gosh.
Exactly. That's why my team and I, we've had a great success of winning grants because of our experience as a grant reviewer. So we know how to go through the notice of funding opportunity announcement, find
Mhm.
out exactly what is needed, and then write a stellar a grant to give you a competitive edge.
That makes all the sense. Y'all probably like, didn't you know that about your friend? I did not. I definitely knew you wrote the grants. I know you found them. I know
Yes.
you and your team sourced them, right, for the type of business
Yes.
and what people need to respond to. I don't think I knew then that your skill set, obviously, right now, matches with, because you were a grant reviewer, so you obviously know what is key to put in a successful grant response.
Exactly. And
Mm,
that's why we have been very successful at winning grants
I love it.
because
I love it.
of our federal grant review experience.
Oh, that's awesome. Would you talk a little bit about the types of businesses that can get grants? I know oftentimes people think it's just for nonprofits or grants
Mhm,
are structured for nonprofit businesses, but you
mhm.
dispel a lot of that in your work.
Right, I do, because there are grants out there for entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship is an exciting and a challenging journey. So when you have those grants can help you instead of getting a loan or
Mm,
maybe using your personal savings. Grants can help your business support support your business and also help your business grow. There are grants out there for entrepreneurs. You have to read the eligibility statement on the notice of funding announcement, which we call NOFO in our grants world. So if you read the eligibility, and a lot of the entrepreneurs, they don't. They say, oh, this is a grant, it's for a nonprofit. You have to read the eligibility because some of these grants, some of the federal grants are offered for-profit business.
Oh, wow. So of your clients, would you say that you have a good amount of for-profit clients that you write grants for?
I do. It's probably 50-50. 50
Okay.
nonprofit, 50% are for-profit. And we do write grants for them.
Interesting. Okay.
Mhm.
Listen, you got my wheel spinning right now. I'm like, okay, that sounds great. Especially the part about financing your business, right? As
Right.
entrepreneurs, we know that it can be expensive if you're self-funding, especially in that
Mhm.
startup rocky phase, friends, where you're not quite making money, but you got a lot of expenses going out. So
Right.
could you talk about a little, Teresa, just about how one can apply for grants, and then once they receive the award, right? We're going to speak positively.
Right.
Once they
Right.
receive the award, how they can then apply those funds to their business.
So, unlike loans, grants do not require repayment or accrued interest. So this makes grants kind of more attractive funding option for entrepreneurs, especially for those that you stated that may not have substantial credit history or collateral to secure traditional financing. So what you can do is there are a lot of companies, and it's especially you need to go to like your women's business centers, your small business centers, SBA, and look for those grants. And what you can do, apply for them. And once you can apply for them, whatever you write in the grant that you say you're going to do, that's what you need to do. So you have to be very specific in what you write into your grant. And you have to be really careful and read the requirements of the grant, because some grants have specific things that they're only going to fund.
Oh, I love that. Would you talk a little bit about um, the things that business owners can do in terms of being successful? So I'll speak for myself. Like, I have submitted for some grants. I've won a couple of awards, but probably not as many as I've submitted for. So what would you say are maybe 2 key points that folks need to remember as they are searching for grants and applying for them to be successful?
Yeah, one key thing I see a lot, don't chase the money. A lot of people see the money and say, oh, I'm gonna apply for that grant. You have to make sure your mission of your business aligns with that grant objective. So that's one key thing, because sometimes you'll say, oh, I'm gonna apply for this grant because I need this money, but it's not in alignment with what your business is doing. So you got to make sure that it's aligned. Your business mission and vision has to align with the grant objective.
That's good.
Second of all, you have to read the notice of funding opportunity. A lot of times the grant application asks questions and they are not answered efficiently and effectively. So you have to make sure you really read what it's asking it and really answer those questions. Be very specific on what they're asking.
Okay. So number 1, don't chase the money.
Don't chase the money.
Make sure that your business, your company's mission and vision align with that, the grant and what they're asking for.
Yes.
2, read thoroughly.
Read thoroughly. You have to read.
Okay, I love it. So for some folks right there, we might have lost y'all, but that's okay. That's all right. Listen, we are going to take a quick break, y'all. We have been getting some great information, some great solid reference points about grants and funding for your business. And so we are talking right now to Teresa Pelham of the Grants Boutique, who is telling us that grants are not just for nonprofits, but they are also for for-profits in your business. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back in just a few moments.
Hey there. Are you an executive or entrepreneur looking to increase your income and revenue? Well, you've come to the right place. We're the LinkedIn Pros, a specialized agency that's all about crafting personalized LinkedIn strategies to help you achieve your revenue goals. Our amazing CEO, Adriane, is a pro at empowering business owners to position their brands for maximum impact. And she's also a whiz at helping professionals land their dream high-paying jobs. We're here to help you build your professional brand, expand your network, and achieve your wildest career aspirations. Don't settle for just getting by. Give us a shout today, and let's get started on your journey to success.
Thank you, y'all. We are back. I'm here today again with the warm handshake with Adriane Simpson. I'm your host, Adriane Simpson. I'm here talking to my good friend Teresa Pelham of the Grants Boutique. And y'all, listen, we've talked extensively about grants, what you need to do to be considered, right? How they're applicable to not only nonprofits, but for-profit business, your profit business, right? Then she and I were talking offline about some of the criteria. So Teresa, just if you don't mind, just share with the people, right, who are in business, what are some of the criteria that people can kind of prepare themselves for as they're looking for grants and how they should apply and all the things.
All right. So when evaluating grant opportunities, there are certain factors that you need to look for. One is your missions and your values, which I've already stated. So you need to make sure you evaluate if the grant program's mission and values is aligned with your purpose and your values. Another key factor is industry relevance. Determine if the grant program focuses on your industry or sectors related to your business.
That's good.
Yeah, another one is project focus. A lot of times people say, oh, I want a grant for my business. Well, there might not be a grant for your business, but it may be a grant for the project you're doing. So you have to look and see if that grant program's project focus area is aligned with the project that you want to do. For example, like aiming to develop a new technology. You might want to seek grants that support research and development initiatives. Also, geographical considerations. Some grants have geographic restrictions, and some grants target specific regions. So I always tell people, when you're looking for grants, go local first. Look at your Chamber of Commerce and the various communities and organizations within your local community. And the next one is scalability and timing. Consider if the grant program supports scalability and growth potential for your business.
Well, you can drop some nuggets. I'm over here like scalability in my head, growth and timing, right? What I love what you said, like, not all grants are geared for your overall, your holistic business. Some of them are project-based. And I love that because I think sometimes, number one, as business owners, we probably don't even think that we can get grants. A lot of times we think they're for nonprofits or larger institutions. But what you're saying is, hey, as a small business entrepreneur, there are some grants that you can be eligible for.
Yes,
right?
there is based on the project that you're doing. You might want to, I know some businesses, they may have a project of feeding their community. Well, you can get a grant just for that project that you're doing. So don't just count yourself out. You might see a grant and say, oh, I don't qualify for that grant. But go and look at your business, take a hard look at it and see what projects you're doing, and also look for grants for the project because you want the long-term impact of what you do.
Yes, very good, very good. So we spent a lot of time talking about grants for our business, for entrepreneurship. But friend, you've been doing some really great work for organizations, like large organizations.
Yes.
Like big stuff.
Yes, I work with several HBCUs. I've developed grant writing courses for them. I've also found grants for them for their various projects and programs of their universities. I also work with like national association, like the National Black MBA Association, helping them find grants for them to help entrepreneurs. And also I deal with a lot of mental health and health equity organizations, and I write grants for them as well.
So organizations, associations, I heard National Black MBA Association.
Yes.
Right, finding grants for them to help other business owners or businesses, period, or people.
Yes, the National Black MBA, that's what they do. They help businesses and entrepreneurs help them with, scalability, starting a business. So I help them find grants also. I also work with the Michigan Development Association. It's a MBDA, Minority Business Development Association, and help them find grants as well.
So, friend, is it safe to say that you the grants guru? Is it safe to say that?
I'm trying to be, yes.
I love it. I love it. Now, here's something that I'm going to introduce, and don't get angry with me, but I know for a fact that you are working on something that's going to help many, many more people than you've already helped now. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I am. I like one of the things I've done is develop a grant writing course. And my grant writing course is not just for nonprofits, but also for-profit businesses as well. I give you a little bit of background. A lot of people may know Dr. Beverly Browning, who wrote the Grant Writing for Dummies. Well, I was her instructional assistant, and I taught her classes. Where some of her students had a lot of questions, and I'll go through it. So I compiled all the questions, all my knowledge, all my tips and tricks, and put it in this grant writing course. So, and this course is for-profit, nonprofit, for states and global grants. So it helps everybody.
Global grants, friend.
Global grants.
Listen, you blowing my mind. I hope y'all are getting some of this goodness. I hope your mind's blown too. And so the course that you just described, how can people access the course? Where can they find the course, friend?
They can go to my website. It is www.thegrantsboutique.com. Click on courses, and my course is there. And right now it's discounted. It's going to be discounted until the end of June.
Oh.
So you're going to get almost $2,000 off on the course, because I really want people to get out there and get those grants.
Did you say almost $2,000 off the course?
Almost $2,000 off the course.
Got
I just want you to get on it and get it. And this course is a college level course. I wrote it for Bethune-Cookman, and I just added some extra things, and I added the global piece. So I really want people, because there's money out there. Last year it was like $1 billion in grants. And so I want everyone to get a piece of that $1 billion.
I want to get a piece of that $1 billion too. I know y'all like, she keeps talking about herself. But what I want really for everybody to get, just to really understand before we move in and do anything else, that there is so much money available. I think if you're not in that frame of mind, or if you're not in those circles where the discussions are being had about how and where to find this money, it escapes you. And it's unfortunate, because Teresa just mentioned $1 billion, billions of dollars of grants available, and people are not tapping into them. Wow. That is crazy and amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And you got a course already on your website, thegrantsboutique.com. I love it, under courses. So we'll be sure to put some of that information in our show notes. So if you miss it during the talk, or miss it during the discussion, check out the show notes, y'all, and be sure to click on thegrantsboutique.com/courses to save almost $2,000 on the grants writing course until the end of June. Is that right?
Yeah, till the end of June.
I love it. I love it. So in addition to the courses that you mentioned, in addition to the work that you've done for entrepreneurs, for associations, for large companies, how else can people work with you? Like, do you work with individuals one-on-one?
I do a 3-day grant intensive that you can have me come to your establishment, and I will train whoever you want me to train. And it's 3 days. It is an intensive course. It's 3 days, all days, and I take you through the whole grant process, the grant process and its structure. So I also do that, but I also do consulting work. So again, go to my website, www.thegrantsboutique, and you can click on consulting, and schedule an appointment with me, and we can talk one-on-one, and I'll help you, find grants to meet your needs.
I love it. I love it. And in a time where lots of businesses are folding, they're not performing to peak performance, or not getting the sales that they need, grants are really a way to help undergird their business and help them, right, to grow and scale. Is that fair?
It is. That is very fair. There's no need to fall. I mean, a lot of businesses, they don't even think about grants. So here's an opportunity. Think about grants, and there are grants out there. Just you can do a consult with me. Maybe you tell me what your business is, and I can give you some examples of some grants that you can apply to. So
that is amazing work. I want to just thank you for the work that you're doing. So yes, you're in business, right? Yes, you have services that you sell, but friend, not only are you helping individuals, right? You help businesses, entrepreneurs, HBCUs, organizations, nonprofit, for profit, all of the things. And so I just thank you for the work that you're doing, because if nothing else, I know you to be diligent and to be purpose and mission driven in your company. So I thank you.
Our tagline is winning grants to fund a higher purpose.
Oh, okay.
And that's what we're about, winning grants to fund a higher purpose.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all listen. It's been another great episode of the Warm Handshake with Adriane Simpson. I'm so thankful that you're tuning in. Y'all, if you like what you're hearing, if you like what you've seen, continue to follow, subscribe where you can subscribe. Follow, make sure that you're updated on the latest episodes as we drop them. We really make these episodes to be digestible. So it's not going to be hours long of chatting and all droning on and on. It's really created, the Warm Handshake is created to get you the nuggets that you need so you can go on about your day and make more money. We're introducing you to folks in business who you need to know. And today's guest, again, was Teresa Pelham of The Grants Boutique. Check her out at www.thegrantsboutique.com. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Warm Handshake with Adriane Simpson. Let's stay connected and continue the conversation. Follow Adriane on LinkedIn and join our community of like-minded individuals.